Welcome back, everyone, to Captain of the River, where we are back here in Mossward, and I've been asked to head out to the Store Vales to Clager, but I think I should wait a couple of levels before doing that, so let's do a few more quests here in Mossward. Hello there!
Would you do something for me?
These four creatures are still recovering from the shock of what happened the other day. We all are, really. They could use a little attention, but alas, I can't pet all these animals at once, but such attention often helps to calm their nerves. Could you take a little time from your day to reassure some of these critters? Well, I suppose we could do that so we can reassure a chicken. There you go. Chicken seems no less anxious, but you tried your best. Oh well. And I also need to calm a nervous goat. Well, apparently that goat's not particularly nervous. So, oh, how about a nervous cow? A perturbed cow. This cow is only slightly perturbed instead of fully perturbed. A little turbed? Now, what about the goat? Ah! The goat was occulted by a cow. Alright. Here we go. The nervous goat seems slightly less nervous. Alright, fine. Hello?
Greetings.
Ah, wasn't that lovely? They seem to be more at ease already. I find that taking care of the critters is just as soothing for the critters as it is for the caretaker. Wouldn't you agree? Oh, next, I could use some help cleaning up the drop... Wait, where are you going? Okay, well, yeah, we could leave that to somebody else. What about this healer?
Could I speak with you a moment?
This Kingsfoil herb works wonders. I'm grateful that Meneldir shared his knowledge with us, though I wish he didn't wait until a crisis to do so. Well, in any case, we need more of it if we hope to continue treating the injured with such efficacy. Now that I know what it looks like, I realize that Kingsfoil grows aplenty in the Howling Stones to the southeast. I'd be grateful if you could gather more. Just watch out for the wolves. I hear that they are ill-tempered as of late. Right. So, wolves. Let's see. We've got find the intersection of the... Okay, that's the south road. We're not going there. Okay, that's the Kingsfoil. With that, Warg among the wolves. That's a... I have a couple of level 5 quests there, but I noticed there's a one level 4 quest. And, oh, I guess scouting the old south road. Well, alright, I guess we could go to the old south road quickly, take care of that one, then we could take care of the wolves and wargs or whatever. He doesn't look like one of the locals.
Won't you lend me your aid?
Well met, adventurer. On behalf of the people of Hlangaran, I thank you for all that you've done for our new neighbors here in Mossward. I wish we had been able to fight alongside them, but we weren't aware of the attack until after it was repelled. Still, we will be sure to help them rebuild. You've never heard of Hlangaran, you say? I would expect not. We're only recently built it. As such, if you have settled your matters here in Mossward, I will invite you to visit to the north of here along the waterway. We had to leave much behind when we left Dunland, and winter approaches quickly. Speak to our leader, Talfrin. I'm sure he'll have plenty of work for an adventurer. Well, I'll see about that. I'll take care of that when I finish up here in Mossward. Oh, hello. I have heard that there are many uses to which unassuming objects might be put, and one of these...
There are many uses to which unassuming objects might be put.
And seemingly ordinary, yes, a supply is just outside of Mossward. I speak of the Kreban that trouble the hills just to the north. If you defeat some of these winged pests and bring me their feathers, doubtless doubt not that they will be marvel at the wide variety of potential uses these feathers might put. And it will do the town some good to have fewer of these Kraban hassling travelers along the old South Road. Some folk whisper that the birds spy for orcs and other evil creatures, but I don't have any proof of that. Alright, fine. I will see about that. Alright, see, we can find out what are these number of uses that we have for these. Now, I can go and head on. Let's head toward the scouting of the area. Because if we scout that way properly, then we will be able to see. Oh, that's just to the road itself. Alright, I was afraid that they were going to be sending me all the way to some other weird spot. Actually, let me get some practice against wolves before I go into the howling area, because I remember last time I was having a little bit of trouble with them. There we go. Now, let's see, we get that, we get rid of that. Oh, I am wary. Yes, I am wary of potential troubles. But I think that was a lot better than the last time I was fighting a wolf. So, things are getting better. Ah, look at this. A Kraban. Let's see if we can put any of these feathers to use. But first, I need to defeat them. Or de-wing them, more likely. And there you go. Boom. Ah! This looks like the crossroads now. This meeting of the ways is the one that Ellery described. Okay, so let's look in the distance. Portions of the road are overgrown and lack cobbles, but you see no sign of raiders. Okay, that's good news. Oh yes, I completely forgot. I'm supposed to be looking for branches to help patch the walls. Well then, I should get to collecting. Here are your feathers.
There you are. Let us see those feathers.
Ah, they really are quite dirty, aren't they? No matter. These will serve very nicely for making quills. See, you just dip this part into the... no, there's a bit too much give on this feather here. Well, perhaps as a paintbrush? Feels like the ridges here in the end would leave streaks, doesn't it? Maybe an arrow? See how it compares to the arrows of my... rather poorly, I suppose. Still, many fine uses. Mayhap I will put them into a sack and see how they serve as a pillow.
But such musings will have to wait, for winter is approaching and autumn doesn't last.
Yes, if the storehouses are not stocked with salted and preserved boar meat by the time the nights turn cold, Mossford will go hungry. Unless the Uruks come back, I suppose. No, don't tell anyone that I said that. It was not funny. But we always have the need for boar meat, and we are fortunate that many such creatures dwell nearby. If you return to me with the fine cuts of boar steaks, all the Mossboard will toast your name when winter comes. Alright. I'm sure there are more uses for boar meat than there are for Kraban feathers. Now, where is it? No, let's not worry about the birds for the moment. I am looking, and I'll prefer to stay away from the defeat circle. So where can I find a boar? Ah, I hear some rustling up here. Yeah, there is our boar. Whack! One down, 9 to go. Hold on, is this another boar? No, that's an Uruk. Well, looks like there are a few of them scouting around. Right. I opened up a deed. Well, let's see. Defeat 40 Uruks in Swanfleet. Am I ever going? Oh, and a brigand. I guess a 40 of these also. Yeah, no, only 30 of them. So apparently the brigands aren't as important to kill as the Uruks are, because I need to kill fewer brigands. While searching for boars, I swung around to the other gate, it looks like. Here are the branches. At least get these off my hand.
Thank you for these branches. I will see to making use of them.
Good. And this has been the life of the Mothward Town Guard, ever since they took me on. If Uruks are loose in Swanfleet, this may be about to change. Yeah.
Perhaps you could help me once again.
They do say change comes slowly, and for now I have other matters to which I must attend. Or perhaps you could help me again? There's the spirit. Now, they won't be any Uruks to face this time, but until last night, this was the most common complaint amongst the townspeople. Ellery says that we should handle simple things first. Well, what could be more simple than doing something about the squeaky hinges on the doors of Mossword? And Cadigan insists that he ran outside to attack the raiding Uruks, but that they were alerted to his approach by the loud squeak of the door in his home. I'm not sure I believe that story, for it is much more likely that he was running into his home when the hinges gave him away, but who would be so certain? All the same, Scardy Benbelave should have a bottle of grease that could be used to oil the hinges of the door into the healer's shop and the door of the Cardigan's house, which are the two squeakiest offenders. Alright, fine. I will look into that. First, I need to check on some wolves and a warg, alright? One second thought, before I go, are there any volunteers in town who might be willing to help me go after that warg, just in case it gets a bit tough? Well, I hope you'll do. Now, Koner, come with me, and we will deal with those wolves and those wargs. I did tell you about the warg, didn't I? Yes, we're going into the Howling Stones, Koner. And here's a wolf. There we go. Alright, and there'll probably be a few of them around. But we're looking for a warg. There might be one here somewhere. We'll just have to go deeper inside. I'm also be looking for some kingsfoil, so keep an eye out for that. What's up here? Kingsfoil. Very ripe kingsfoil, apparently. Okay. Well. That's good. Now, anything else around here? Other than more wolves? So, kingsfoil, wolves, and any signs of a warg. And that would be perfect. Up in here. Hold on. Ah, oh no, that's a treasure chest. Treasure of Swanfleet. And how many of these things? 10 of them! Like I'm ever going to finish that one. Very few places where I've finished off deeds relating to treasure chests. Alright, how about this way? Nothing down here. Oh, hold on. Is that king's foil? Yep. There we go. Hi there. Know where I can find a warg? The warg is in here, but you find some warg tracks. Okay. I've got to find the warg tracks before I can handle the warg. Alright. Boy, I'm really happy when I get something to get rid of cripples. Alright. Well, that's right. I do have some commands I can give to Koner. Now, let's see. Where are the tracks? Oh, the warg tracks are right here. The track continues south into the Howling Stones. Okay. Alright. It's south. And this is... Oh, south is this way. Ah! Okay. Oh, what does this say? This looks like it turns. Well, now it's going east, despite what the text says. Alright, see, I still need 5 more king's foil. The trail ends at a grisly scene. Perhaps the deer's body holds clues to the warg's whereabouts? Like right here? A level 9 warg. Yeah, right. Ooh. Apparently the quest giver didn't know it was going to be a level 9 warg. Oh well. And whack. New deed. Warg Slayer of Swanfleet. Oh, good grief. How many of these do I gotta kill? Give the news to Cleto that the warg is slain. 30 of them. Okay. Well, that's done at least. Now that we've dealt with the warg, we can speak to Yach here.
What can I do for you?
Thank you. With this king's foil, I should have more than enough to continue tending to the injured. And perhaps with a little extra in case an emergency comes to pass. Alright. Well then, we've got that done. Now, she wanted me to deal with... Oh yeah, the scouting report.
You say you saw no sign of Uruk warbands along the road?
I did find
These
one...
are good tidings.
I did find one lone Uruk who was scouting around, though, so I dealt with him. Well, these are good tidings, for it means that the road is still a boon to Mossward and not a bane, so I feared. And that road has been the key to Mossward's survival for my entire life. The portion of it that we know begins at Darbad, and although the road itself is broken in places and obscured by foliage, it runs through Swanfleet and passes into Enedwythe. From there it enters into Dunlin, leads through the Gap of Rohan, and continues on into Gondor. They say it passes Minas Tirith and eventually ends at a port city along the coast, although I have never journeyed into that land. North of Tharbad, the road has another name. It's called the Greenway, and only Melindale's people are likely to remember when it and our own South Ford were one and the same. The north-south road between the kingdoms of Arnor and Gondor. That was long ago, even by their reckoning. Right.
I have one more request of you, and then I will be satisfied.
Yes, I have one more request for you. This may be more dangerous than your earlier scouts, and if you hesitate to accept the task, I will understand. The old city of Tharbad is to the northwest of Mossward. It hasn't been the thriving center of trade that it was during the height of earlier kingdoms for hundreds of years, and it's been abandoned ever since floodwaters took the last of the great bridges. Abandoned by good folk, Panduin, has become a den of Uruks? Is that from where Mathung's raiding party came? This, then, is my dangerous request. I ask you to go to the gates of Tharbad and look for some sign of the insignia that he wore, the mark of the white hand. And beware, for if Tharbad is truly held by forces of evil, you'll be better served in keeping them from notice and not engaging in battle. Tharbad is to the northwest of Mossward. Just go to the gate, mind you, and no further. Alright, fine. I can do that, I guess. The little scouting report. Fortunately, I won't be alone. I'll have Connor here, right? You are going to continue with me. I'll have to speak with her later. And let's see about dealing with these quests. And also, that one should be later. Oh, yes! I should deliver this boar meat. That is definitely something I should do now. Hello? Ah, very good, very well. I will see that this boar meat is...
Very good! This boar meat should help carry Mossward through some of the coldest winter months.
You do have a habit of being a little bit late in talking. Didn't you know that? Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. I have abandoned my idea of using those craban feathers you brought earlier. Did I see a number of uses? My wife said that the number might as well have been 0 after she tried the pillow that I made from them. Bevan, you fool, she said. It takes more than 8 feathers to make a pillow, and anyone who tries it with craban feathers, of all things, deserves a crimp that it will leave in their neck. I suppose the good idea that springs up in autumn, well, they fall when winter comes. I'd rather deal with the threat of the Uruk warbands loose in Swanfleet than present my wife with another one of my brand new ideas. I think I'll stick to guarding the town from now on. It's less damaging to my morale. Oh yes, I should deliver my report on the Warg.
What do you need?
I'm glad that you returned safely and victorious. With any luck, the wolves will return to their usual cells before too long, though it may take some time. There is something foul in the air, and I fear that our troubles are not entirely over. Still, I think the people of Mossward can breathe a bit easier now, in no small part to your heroics. All right. See? See, Connor? We're heroes. Now, what next? I guess we'll have to find that out in the next episode of Captain of the River.